Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the Marcin log. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, this is a Marcin-based show where all we ever talk about is Marcin. Isn't that awesome? Listen, I was ready to move on from this, but I can't help but notice all of the guitar YouTubers who are making videos about Marcin, and then Marcin goes out, makes a video with Ichika, somebody I just featured. I just had all these opinions about him. It got like 50,000 views. It was so good. So how can I resist? Just one more hit of the Marcin cigarette. I need it. This will be the last one, I promise, guys. Hey, and you know what? I think Marcin might be inviting it too, because look at this, guys. This is where the beef started, where I called out one itsy bitsy little detail. I don't think he actually played the 16th notes that are written there, and at the very least, the 16th note should just be 8th notes written there instead of 16th notes or something. Somebody messed up. I called it out. That's all it is. The beef is like completely blown out of proportion. I swear to God, I'm seeing people saying like, Sorens thinks Marcin's fake. He thinks Marcin can't even play guitar. And it's like, no, Marcin went to a conservatory. I respect him more than any other YouTube guitarist that I've seen, because at least he can actually play some Paganini. But no, I think he's fake, of course. That's what the Marcin fans will get from this video too. Sorens thinks Marcin's fake still. But listen, Marcin is inviting the reaction log too, because look at this. 6 million views on the beef video in 3 weeks. I'm pretty sure when I looked at it for the first time, it was like 1 million or something like that. But look at this, 4 days, 101,000 views. I don't know, man. I think the only other variable is that I haven't reacted to this video yet. I have watched it, apparently. It's only a minute long. It's funny seeing him release a 1 minute long song, especially when I just released my own piece a couple videos ago. I felt a little bad for it only being a minute and 44 seconds, but apparently we can do that, so that's fine. By the way, the reception on that was really, really good. Like, between the short and the video, it got like 20,000 views, which is insane for me. Like, no music I've ever written has gotten that kind of views. You know, the only thing that has is me being an idiot on the internet. But yeah, like 99% of the comments, you guys were just like so kind about it, so gracious. And you really don't have to be. I mean, I've been a real piece of work for the last 2 years. Like, I deserve to be knocked down a peg, but you didn't do that. I do have a second part to that I need to relearn. I have it written out though, of course. So, you know, besides the point. But Marcin, I'm gonna do you the favor. I'm going to fulfill my role in the symbiotic relationship that we now have. You put out the music, I'm gonna react to it. We're gonna rake in the dough together. Everybody's gonna laugh, and then we're all gonna go home. By the way, maybe I'll just go ahead and share everything I've kind of observed since this whole Marcin thing. There's been a lot of guitar YouTubers between like 1 and 5,000 subscribers talking about Marcin now, which is funny. I feel partially responsible for it, so I feel a little bad. I will get over it though. I don't feel that bad about it. It's funny seeing everybody's complaints though, because they're very different from my complaints. It seems like the main thing that people have an issue with is just the fact that their music is so polished and so like MIDI sounding. Like I saw one guitar YouTube guy, and I'm not in the business of saying like, I saw a guy do this and then not saying their name. I'm gonna actually show you him, because I'm not a coward. Gotta look up Marcin fake. This guy right here, look at that mug. Eerily similar to mine. It's just a personality type for people that look like us. I've watched this video and a couple other of his videos, and they're actually pretty nice, so if you want to check them out, I think you should. And that's if you want to hear more people yap about guitar instead of, I don't know, actually playing guitar, which I don't know why you would, but if that's something you want, there's plenty of supply for that between me and this guy. They put out a new song, it proves everything everybody's been saying about them for months. He says months. I feel like people really started talking about it when I started talking about it, but that's just my own ego talking there. Be sure to say that I'm not the one that started this whole thing, and in doing that, you drive viewership in my video because you left a comment. It's a wonderful system, isn't it? Between the edits, the trick shots, the fake live takes, and other over-polished guitar performances, this collab basically confirms the exact criticisms the guitar community has been arguing about. And I don't know what the guitar community has been saying, but all this stuff where we're talking about like trick shots, like fake miming along shots, over-polished recordings, it just sounds like more classical music to me. Like any like symphonic recording, why does the first violin sound like there's 500,000 members in that section? It's because they edit it and they put a bunch of reverb and compression. They probably add like MIDI, like Spitfire violin MIDI to it. That's what recording engineers do. They get the best thing possible. And they don't care about the craftsmanship of learning the violin or the guitar in this case. They just want the cleanest, crispest sound. And it's a sound that some people like. It's like a massively popular sound. Like, that's what pop music is. It's all just hyper-produced stuff. I know this guy knows videos. I'm pretty sure this guy's like a producer. So I just don't get it. Also, I will admit, this whole thing is not very close to home for me because I don't care how Marcin produces his music. Really what I care about is the notes, which, oh my god, I forgot to introduce myself. Why do I care about this at all? I am a classical guitarist here on YouTube, and what does it mean to be a classical guitarist? It means that the best stuff you'll ever play will be written by old dead people. In Marcin's case, it's going to be Paganini when he was 15 or whatever. Do you think anything he's written since then has been better than the Paganini? Absolutely not. Do you think the piece I put out the other day is better than the Bach that I play? Absolutely not. That's not the point, though. We're just having fun. And I guess people seem to like it, especially Marcin's music. People seem to like that a lot. I don't know. Maybe because it's like simple and loud and flashy. It's fun to watch somebody punch their guitar, you know? Sorry, Marcin. I know you know it's true, though. One day you'll return back to classical guitar, and that'll be a happy day for us all. It'll probably be between the ages of 40 and 70. Who knows, maybe when I'm 40 and 70, I'll start tapping on my guitar. I hope not, though. I hope if I do take an alternative path, it's either the lute or flamenco, and it's not this. Flamenco is, like, dangerously close to this, but I'll resist that, though. I don't want to do that. So those are the complaints that I've been observing from the guitar community or whatever. It's fake guitar playing. They punch it in. They're using Guitar Pro tabs and then just putting some effects on it and they're miming along with it. I don't care. Personally, I don't believe Ichika and Marcin are doing that, at least nowadays. Like, maybe when they first started, they might have done stuff like that, especially Ichika. But it seems like everything they play is possible. So maybe they punch in notes. Maybe they do add in, like, a couple of tab notes for stuff that's just, like, too hard to play and they're just trying to crank out a video. It's more about the composition for me. Like, did they write the notes out? Yes. Did they make an engaging video? Yeah, that's what YouTubers do. I think that's probably enough preamble. What else can we talk about? I'm really just here to get Marcin some more views. This is my job. This is how I fulfill my role to Marcin. Let's click on the video. Everybody else go click on it. Let's watch a Sephora ad first.
A time-honored tradition, warfare. And this year, you didn't just bring a gift, you brought warfare. Luckily, you came.
Wow. Dude, a Sephora ad is surprisingly relevant for these folks because they do like their eyeliner. No shade on eyeliner. I would wear it too if I was cool enough, honestly. You think I'm above wearing eyeliner? Because I'm not. I'm serious. I'm not. Okay, so we have the subject of our fugue here, our 1 minute long fugue. Let's see if I can learn that. I can't wait to see how many keys we hear that in. You know, just something like that. I'm not going to tell you how long that took me to play. Oh my god, what am I listening to now? Okay, I've been filming for an hour. I am an hour into this video. I'm an hour into filming this, and I've looked at 5 seconds. I need to use the bathroom. Hold on. Oh god, like I said, alright, we're an hour in. Let's hear this. I don't know, are they miming along with this one? Do you think the Tim Henson guitar, it honestly might actually sound like what we're hearing right now. It sounds like a microwave, you know, like I said last time. A microwave, also an electric violin with like a really shallow envelope so we're not hearing the attack of each note. Listen to that again. I don't think there's actually going to be anything interesting to say about this. It's just the first 5 seconds of what could be an interesting piece, but they're just going to keep replaying the first measure over and over again and kind of like riffing on it. Like whatever the rhythms are going to be. It's just going to be the same thing and a bunch of stupid shredding after it, and it's going to be the same thing again, I bet. And that's what this is. That's like, the song is a minute long. It could probably just be 5 seconds long. Just hear that first little theme and then just end it after that. But please, let's hear all the different ways they're just gonna shred alongside the same exact thing. There it is. Oh, I kind of guessed that part there. That wasn't too bad. He did it on the root though. I'm pretty sure I played that exact same thing too. Dude, I'm literally guessing what they're gonna do with this. Nice. Hey, we're halfway through. Let's see if we change keys. Just did a little, just the two of us over that. That's always good to hear from Ichika. Did I not say that this is exactly what it would be? It would be the riff, they'd just be shredding next to it, and they just keep playing it over and over again. I don't know, how many ways? It could be 5 seconds long, it could be 5 hours long, and it's just like, how many ways can you just shred over the same thing? It's awesome. Also, it looks like your camera is a little dirty there. You got like a little speck there. You guys gotta wipe that off. What's the deal with that? Is that my main complaint with this? That it's not a fugue, that it doesn't change keys and stuff? I know, it's not meant to do that. I'm not saying that none of these boys are capable of doing something like that. Of course they are. I'm sure they are. I think the main thing I'm getting at is that the point that the guitar community is making, like why they don't like it, I just don't really see why that's relevant at all. And I honestly just want to look at the notes they wrote and just determine based on that if I like it or not. Based on the notes they wrote, no, I don't really like it. It's very, very boring. It's like gilded music. Like, it looks really pretty, it's nice, it's shimmery, they're shredding, and it's really technical and stuff. But if you really look at it, like really strip back the gold, put a little acid on it, it's just pop music. It's just nothing, you know? Like, you can do all the stuff they're doing with a sequencer and a DAW, and like, it's more impressive because they're playing it, but they're not even actually playing it. Probably they're like miming along with it. I know they can play it. They're both capable of playing like anything, basically. But the music just, I don't know, it just isn't that interesting. It's just a lot of the same stuff over and over again, and also, this wasn't written for me. It's written for the masses. And you know what? The majority of people who don't know anything about music, they'll hear this and be like, this is the greatest song ever written. It's amazing. They just don't know any better, you know? And if they are actually interested in music, they'll listen to more music, and then they'll come back to this, and they'll realize, like, oh, it actually wasn't that interesting. But, you know what? This is kind of a good, like, starting point for getting into guitar, maybe, because you see this, and it's very easy to understand. Like, even if you don't know anything about music, you hear that same riff over and over again, and then you hear the shredding. It's easy to latch onto. Like, you can't just present somebody with a Bach fugue and expect them to follow along with every iteration of the subject and the counter subject, and like hearing like the fragments of it, like as it's like modulating. Like, you just can't expect that of people. It's like a nursery rhyme, kind of. Like, it's okay to give kids nursery rhymes because they can't understand anything more complex than that. It's just a foundation, and then you'll build off of that as you get older. That's how I view this. So I'm just super bored watching this. All right. Sick. And then it's over. It was 55 seconds longer than it needed to be. Boom! It kind of reminds me of a Sore Hands video where I just say the same thing for several minutes in a row, and it's like you could have just stopped right after the first iteration of the point you're trying to make, and then you just keep making the point over and over again, and it's annoying, and I'm clicking off. You should edit the thing better. Alright, sorry, I don't mean to get too hateful on this one, but it's just like, God, I forgot my whole purpose. I'm supposed to be promoting it. Yeah, this song, I got some beef with it, and I know that you just heard it here, and I played like 5-second fragments of it, I'm sure. But if you go and listen to it, it's so much more than what you heard here, so definitely click on that video and then click on my video again and give us all views. Sorry, I got a little negative in this one. Alright, let's check out some of these comments, shall we? Let's see what the people are thinking. We need a Tim Henson collab with Marcin and Ichika. Just add another ingredient to your diatonic soup. 3 people, maybe make it a minute and a half long this time, so everybody has a chance to play the theme, play a little noodle, play the theme again, play a little noodle. Dude, and this is what I'm talking about right here. One of the top comments, Sore Hands will love it. I love it. Just kidding. I don't love it. But, dude, 19 replies. Let's see what people are freaking saying. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There he is. You mean the classical guitarist? Dang right you mean that. Haters will say this is real. Nah, leave him. He said his piece. He respects Marcin as a guitarist. No more needed. I do respect him as a guitarist, and he's capable of playing such amazing music. I honestly, like, I talk up Ichika Nito and Tim Henson. I don't know about them, but I know for sure that Marcin is capable of greatness, because I've seen him as a teenager be great. And honestly, in the recent time that he's been posting, he's put out great stuff. Like, he's put out, like, the Mozart Requiem, which I know you guys hate because you don't like the timbre of it, but the music's really good, you know? Like, it's shreddy and flashy, too, but at least it, like, is the music. It's interesting music. This is pretty much on it right here. A classical guitarist means you have to review content by pop-based guitarists that are more worthy of success and popular than yourself. Dude, so true. So freaking true. Sorry. Nice, guys. Sore butt. I love it. Less vulgar. I appreciate that one more. Dude, look at them. The 2 people he called fake are making music together, and what is he doing? He's sitting in his mom's basement talking crap. It's like catching fragments of songs while tuning an old radio. Dude, freaking brutal. Sore Hands is having a good month. Yes, he certainly is. 1 minute? 1 minute? Even that might have been a little too long. I need this in Spotify. Dude, I feel so bad for the person just like listening to that on the go. Oh my god, dude. It's like brain rot guitar. Why would you listen to this? Okay, let me go ahead and say my piece and then we're gonna wrap this up. Like, I don't mean to be super negative, and I, again, don't mean to be the one to snuff out creativity. There's nothing harmful about what they're doing. There's nothing harmful about anybody making music. Like, what are you talking about? Unless the music has like hate speech in it or like is like actually harmful in some way. There's nothing wrong with this. They can fake anything they want. Like, there's a threshold of fakeness that people are gonna buy. They're obviously in that threshold. Because, like I said, everything I'm hearing, it's just fast. They can play it, I'm sure. So I don't know, I don't really care. My main grievance was that it was boring, but it's also just a 1 minute long song, and Marcin has put out tons of other stuff that is much more interesting. Like, he just has. This wasn't meant to be an interesting song. It's just a short little collab with his friend Ichika. It's not supposed to be like a huge musical statement. It's just a fun, cool thing for 100,000 people to see, and then they just move on and never think about it again. Which is a lot of things, by the way. That's how I feel about a lot of the videos I make here. They're just a thing. For the next couple days, you're gonna maybe think about this and watch this, and then you'll never return to it again. It's just a passing moment for Marcin and Ichika. I'm pretty sure they both put out like long albums, and I'm sure those albums are much more interesting, and I don't care if they're fake. It doesn't matter. Is the music good? Does it sound good? That's all that matters to me. Alright, I think that pretty much covers it for this one. I don't think there's any more to say about that. I've been filming for an hour and a half on a 1 minute video. What am I doing? Hey, of course, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. I know grad students who are offering online guitar lessons, so hit me up if you want that. Oh, I'm a grad student, by the way. I'm not taking students right now, though. Sorry, I'm too busy doing this, whatever this is. Of course, there's Rootin's Delight if you want to pick yourself up a sweatshirt. You know, wintertime's coming. It's gonna be Christmas soon. You might want a Sore Hands sweatshirt, maybe gift it to somebody. There we go. I don't know, go check out the other videos, and yeah. Alright, well, I'll see you in the next one.